What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 184 of The Rise of a Nation, and today, it's the World Cup second round. When I started this series back in January, never thought I'd get here. I'm excited by this game. We're taking on the USA. I went and got my Seahawks jersey. I thought it was appropriate, you know. I'm playing the USA. I should wear something resembling to the team I'm playing against. Unfortunately, I don't have any Belgian kind of football kits. I don't have any Jamaican or South African football kits. So we're going to set an early precedent here, which will probably never be replicated. Either way, this is a big game for us. I'm super excited to get into this game. If you missed last episode or you've skipped them, please go check them out as always. Just to remind you guys of our World Cup campaign so far. We started in Group G, and if we have a look at Group G here, it was a tough group. Belgium, South Africa and Jamaica, but we came out really strong. We won our first two games against South Africa and Jamaica, ensured our qualification into the next stage, and against Belgium, playing our reserve team, we managed to only lose 2-0, which I'm really surprised with as a result. So anyway, today we take on the USA. They finished top of Group H. So they're a good side. And, well, as you can see here, if we go to, I believe is it stages? Yeah, as you can see here, the winner of this is going to take on Israel. Now, Israel, I don't know how they've got this far. I guess the same could be said for Gibraltar. They knocked out Germany after extra time. They're in a group with Japan, Morocco and Colombia. I quite fancy taking them on and going toe-to-toe with them. I mean, they've got Ohana here, who's a good little player. Sofa as well, but they've not got any kind of standout players. To be honest, I'm really surprised they've got as far as they have. You can see they've got a lot of virtual players here. Eli Hajjaj is their big player, the 25-year-old. I mean, they're 38th in the world rankings, which is behind us. I really fancy taking them down. We're 30th. If we look at the USA, they are 21st. If we look at the USA national team just here and look at their starting 11, lots of tired players and lots of players with kind of below 85% condition, particularly in the midfield, where they are going to be playing 5 players. Ourselves, on the other hand, obviously fairly well rested. You can see, looking at our starting 11 here, the lowest players, Graffiti, Ferrari and Bay, and they have all kind of 90-plus condition. This could be a really good game for us to, well, cause an upset if we can. The USA, they're going to be tired, they're going to be struggling, and we're going to be playing our 5 at the back system, of course. It's going to be a big game for us. They're playing a 4-5-1, which is going to be interesting to see how we match up against it. In terms of our team, it's going to be Salcedo in goal. Nothing too surprising about that. He's the only player to play. Oh, actually, that's a lie. I was about to say he's the only player to play in every World Cup game. Ferrari did play in every World Cup game so far, the 21-year-old, to be fair to him. At left back, we go with Salas. Of course, originally Mexican, as is Salcedo, so a little bit familiar with North American football. At right back, we go with Graffiti, who right now is one of the best players in the tournament. Didn't play the last game for us, but he has 3 assists in 2 games. An average rating of 8.8, you really can't argue with that. In the centre-back position, we go with Frigier, the 34-year-old, adding a touch of experience alongside club and national captain Gary Horst. He's not club captain, that's a lie, but he is national captain Gary Horst, the 30-year-old. And to his right, Castano, the youngest of our back four, 25 years old, but a fairly experienced international, very good in the air as well. Delighted that he is kind of fit and raring to go. Does say he is in need of a long rest here, as it does for Graffiti, but it's worth noting their kind of condition above 90, which is very good, kind of relative, I guess, to the USA side. Anyway, moving on into the midfield, we have Ferrari here, the 21-year-old. Did very well for us so far, going to hold down that centre attacking mid position. Perez, who was suspended for the last game of the group stage, is back, the 31-year-old. Obviously a fantastic playmaker for us with some great physicals and great mentals when it comes to his work rate. In the centre defensive mid kind of department, we of course go with Graffiti, an absolutely fantastic centre mid with really good technical qualities when it comes to defending. Also not too bad going forward, but 11 passing, but 15 tackling, 15 marking, some really good positions and good kind of decisions and concentration. Just a really good kind of defensive midfielder for us, really. And then up front, of course, we have Mosca, who is in need of a rest, but 93% condition. And alongside him, national treasure, Bay. So many big goals for us, this man. Hopefully the 31-year-old can have a few more in today's game. So anyway, let's get into today's match. As I said, it can be interesting. The USA predicted to play with a 5-man midfield. Actually, looking at it, they're going to play a 4-3-3. I like the 4-3-3 playing against our 4-3-3. I'm kind of curious to see how tired some of their players are going to be. Looking at our team, as I said, it's fairly promising. It's fairly good, you know. Our players, they're not lacking fitness. This is going to be a tight game. We drew against them prior to the World Cup. And if we just pause and have a quick look here at the opposition, I don't want to go to opposition instructions. I just want to look at their team and how tired they are. Can we get that from team ratings? We can. So you can see their team definitely struggling a little bit, particularly in the midfield and the defence. So hopefully something that we can capitalise on. Obviously, we have some very pacey players. We have the likes of Steve Henney also waiting in the wings who we can bring on to perhaps have an impact as the game goes on. But yeah, we'll see how we got on here. Early set piece actually coming our way. Ball whipped in. Frigier cleared away, but maybe a second chance here. Perez to Mosca. Edge the box. Mosca with the goal, breaking the deadlock. 4 minutes gone. What a start that is. That is the dream start, really, against the USA. Mosca buries it. I mean, well played. Well played. I feel like our World Cup run has been carried up until this point. I feel like the USA here, they're going to be a tough challenge for us, but couldn't have asked for a better start. Mosca with the goal. Hannibal Perez, who, as I mentioned, was suspended for the last game, he gets the assist. And the dream start. And, well, we're going forward again here. Graffiti to Graffiti. Whipped it in. Mosca back post. He scores again. It's not offside, I don't think. It's 2-0 after 6 minutes. What a start. And, well, perhaps we have a foot in the door already. I can't get ahead of myself here. But Mosca, I mean, there's a time to turn up and a time to turn up. What a header that is. That is unbelievable. We've had one half chance. We have 2 goals. Mosca, 2 expert finishes. What a game to come big. Now this game is very much in our hands. We're playing on counter still, which I'm kind of happy to play with. We can slow down this game as much as we want. The USA got to have a lot of pressure on them to throw a few men forward. And with their tiring side as this game goes on, I feel like we're going to come more and more into it. Right now, the USA is struggling to hold on to the ball, really, yet to have a shot of any kind on goal after 30 minutes. As far as they're concerned, this is the nightmare game. This is the game they didn't want. We have another set piece. Ball whipped in. It's cleared away. Graffiti back out to Hannibal Perez. Why not? He's actually going to go the other way. Graffiti to Gary Horst. Let's not lose the ball in a compromising position. You can see that 4-3-3, the narrower system. Looking like the USA are sticking with it right now. And actually, Barclay's going to have the ball here. Lays it out wide to Murray. Salas, don't foul. Ball whipped back in. McIntosh gets the goal, makes it 2-1. It's the first shot of the game for the USA, and it's one hell of a strike. It's a strike that's kind of deservedly a goal, I guess, in a lot of ways. The ball pulled to the edge of the box, and it's McIntosh. Bang. Salcedo makes himself big. It's a quality effort by the keeper. But unfortunately, when the ball is hit with that much power and guided that well, it's always going to be hard to get to. Either way, we're still looking okay at the moment, but the USA obviously only 1 goal behind. Ferrari, what are you doing? What is that? Of all the games as a youngster just to kind of lose the plot, this was not the game to do it in. I might have to sacrifice Bay. I think I'm going to have to. I'll bring on Benjamin Williams to play centre attack in mid, I think. I could play Williams as the playmaker. That probably makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm going to have to keep the fullbacks on attack. I don't really want to, but we're going to need them to offer us something going forward. It's now a big ask for Mosca. He's got to give a massive performance because there's a long period left in this game, 55 minutes. And, well, he's going to be the lone man that we just kind of hoof the ball up to and hope he works some magic. I mean, we're only 2-1 up at the moment, but I'd be happy with this at half-time. I'm very happy with the performance as a whole. Hopefully we can just kind of continue to build off this. But obviously that's sending off not what we wanted, I think it's fair to say. Not what I would have had in my kind of ideal scenario after getting the 2 goals after 6 minutes. And, well, it's going to be a tricky time. Discipline now very important. We haven't got any other players on bookings, which is good. I mean, how is the USA kind of fitness looking right now? They're struggling in a lot of areas. They've already made 1 sub. Their captain's on a booking. He's struggling. They've got lots of players dipping below 65, really. It's certainly below 70. Some of our players starting to lose a little bit of fitness. Perhaps the more athletic USA side going to benefit a little bit more than perhaps I anticipated. Although that said, They are definitely more tired than we are, and there's 15 minutes left. We should look to make some changes here. Hannibal Perez having the game of his life. Graffiti struggling a little bit, perhaps. I'm going to take him off. I'm going to bring in Danny Evans for him, and I'm going to hold on to our last sub for now. Of course, 2-1 up. I'll tell you what, we should probably change our fullbacks at this point onto support rather than attack. And I'm going to do the same actually for Hannibal Perez. And we're going to go on defensive, and we're going to start to waste time. Or at least as much of the time as we can. We don't need to push men forward now. We're 1 goal to the good. We're a man down though, and there's not long left. And well, there's going to be a chance here, and it's probably going to be USA's way. Mosca he's just stood on his own. There's not a lot that you can really ask of him in this kind of game other than to try and make something magical happen. Salas gets absolutely rinsed. The USA come forward. Bain Salcedo holds on to it. I thought it was about to be an own goal off the defender after the initial save. But the Mexican holds on to it. I call him Mexican. He's a Gibraltarian Jack. 16 caps he has. It's not like he's new blood to the team. 5 minutes left to hold on. 1 minute. Please. I mean, this has been an insane performance, but our players are very tired. The USA have come into this game since that sending off. But that might be all she wrote. 15 seconds. That's all she wrote. We're going through. Wow. The dream stays alive. I thought that the sending off had screwed us, to be honest, and we had to weather a storm. But Mosca with 2 goals out of absolutely nothing. What a man he is. What a player. The 27-year-old. Oh, wow. What would we be without him? We'd be substantially weaker. That's incredible. It's only his 2nd and 3rd goal of the tournament. That brace, enough to get us the win over the USA. As I said, we drew against them in a pre-World Cup game, and Mosca got 2 in that game. He's got 2 again for us now. And now we take on Israel. And I really fancy Israel as a game that we can do something against them in. Ferrare's going to be suspended. That's a pain. We're going to have some players struggling. We're proving to be the surprise package. But the thing to note is, Israel are a surprise package too, because they're even lower in the world rankings than us. And they knocked out Germany. Right, squad's reacted positively. The next game is going to be in 4 days. There's not... is it going to be... Yeah, 4 days. There's no recovery time there, is there? Israel with a few players out injured. Maybe that plays into our hands a little bit. But it's going to be a tough game regardless. But no, we've done what we set out to do, really. Which, if you'd offered me the World Cup quarter-final, I would have bitten your hand off for it. But now that we have Israel, I really want to keep going. I really want to keep going. Looking at the other groups... Holland v England is a tough group. Mexico v France, tough. Portugal v Belgium or the Ivory Coast. We'll just continue to see how those guys get on. I'm going to assume Belgium are going to win this game, to be honest. Although, you never know, do you? Football is a weird sport at times. Belgium do go through. Only 1-0, though. So yeah, this is going to be a really tough World Cup beyond the Israel game. But if we can get to a semi-final, as far as I'm concerned, that's as good as winning the entire thing. The next game is our cup final. We'll see how we get on. I feel like we've been very fortuitous with our run thus far. But I'm happy to ride on the look for as long as we need to and as far as we can go, really. So yeah, that's going to be all from me for today, guys. Thank you for watching. What a result that was. Let me know what you made of it down in the comments. If you have enjoyed today's video, smash the like button. Mosca, what a man. What a man. I mean, Ferrari, terrible, but this guy bailing us out once more. 24 goals in 26 games for Gibraltar. Definitely the difference maker between what was once upon a time kind of an 80th ranked nation in the world of football, and now sits proudly at 30th, and without a doubt we're going to go up after the World Cup. So yeah, that's all from me, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. I'm out.